Welcome to Ruger Tech Tips. Today I'm going to show you how to clean the Ruger LC Carbine. First off, you can see I have the carbine disassembled in front of me. I have no ammunition in the area, and I am going to wear my safety glasses as we do this. I'm going to start with the lower grip frame assembly, and to clean this, really you're just going to remove powder residue. You can do that with a brush. There's other tools such as a toothbrush. You can also use a good gun solvent, a spray type solvent that's meant for firearms that won't damage the polymer parts. Just make sure to clean all of it out once you're done. It needs to dry thoroughly, or you could use compressed air as long as you're wearing your safety glasses. But make sure you don't have this over lubricated. You just want to remove any powder fouling that's in there. And then you're going to want to re-lubricate on the moving parts. And so I use a grease. You could use an oil as well, but this tends to stay in there a little bit better. So there are things like, for example, the safety detent. You can see there's a moving part there. Also the hammer pocket where the spring meets into the hammer. You could put a little bit, you should put a little bit of grease in there, and that just keeps all the moving parts moving freely. We're going to set that aside. Moving on to the receiver assembly. First thing you're going to want to do is just clean out the receiver itself. Again, you can use a brush or solvents and that sort of thing. You're going to get in there, clean out any powder residue, anything else that has accumulated in there. We'll get that nice and clean. Again, you can use a solvent. Just make sure when you're done that you dry all that extra solvent out of there. Okay, get that nice and clean and dry so it doesn't attract more dirt. Then you need to clean the barrel, and there's two aspects to this. First off, you're going to want to clean the barrel itself. So this is a 22 caliber brush, and you'll want to use some firearms cleaning solvent on that brush. You can actually use the hole in the back of the receiver to run that from the rear. That comes out. And if we wanted to clean this just in one direction, we could actually remove that and pull it out. We'll do that several times just to remove any fouling that's in the barrel. And then you're going to want to switch out to a patch, and you'll start out with a patch that's been coated in a solvent, and you'll run that solvent patch through several times. When that starts looking like it's clean, you can run a final oiled patch through there just to put a light coat of oil. The second thing you're going to need to do is clean the chamber, and I have a shorter cleaning rod here with a 30 caliber brush on it. Now this is just to clean the chamber portion. So we're going to put that into the rear of the receiver. We're going to get that, you can see, just into the rear portion here, just this chamber of the barrel. We'll use some good solvents in there as well. We want to make sure that that chamber is really clean, and we're not going to oil the chamber. We want to keep that dry, but we just want to make sure that we get it clean. So we'll go ahead and pull that out. And again, you could just run a patch through there just to get out anything that the brush has removed. Okay, so pay attention to that area, your barrel, chamber, receiver. We can go ahead and set this aside. And then finally, we're going to clean the bolt. And we'll do that again with some solvent, with a bristle brush. You really want to focus on this breech face here. That's an area that really needs a good cleaning. And then just removing any other accumulated dust and dirt that's attracted itself to the bolt, both the front portion and the rear portion. And then to finish that out, again, this is a moving part, so you will use just a little bit of oil. We can apply some to a rag and just a light oil. We're going to wipe down the bolt. We don't want to add too much oil to it. We just want to wipe it down. Get a very thin layer on there, and that bolt we can set aside. Same thing with the remaining parts. You can just wipe those down. We're going to do this with the recoil spring and the rear buffer. We can wipe down the handguards if you want to. These are an anodized aluminum. But just to clean those off, you won't hurt those. And you can do the same thing with the stock. You can just wipe off any accumulated dirt that's attracted itself to the stock. So now that you've cleaned your Ruger LC Carbine, this is a great time to do an inspection. While you've got it all cleaned and disassembled, just take a look at those parts. Look for any uncommon wear. Wear is natural. There's a lot of moving parts. But look for anything that might be cracked or chipped or peened. If it doesn't look right, just call Ruger customer service. Thank you for watching Ruger Tech Tips on the LC Carbine cleaning and inspection.